Well, hello. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Welcome to Bemis Crafty Corner. I am Bima, known as Els, and this is my corner. Yeah. Today we're gonna be working on a single signature journal. Blue. That is the color that was chosen. We have a whole collection of them that we're going to work on throughout the year. Um, and we did one that was yellow, and now we're doing one that's blue. So, okay. Good morning, Arlene. All right, let's see. Where is this sucker? Here it is. Okay. Let me grab all of our bits and pieces. Paper, because we need that. So how's everybody doing? More paper, and of course, the book. Okay. So this is the single signature. So this is our front page, and we've done a few pages in here, just a few. And yesterday we left off. Now, I haven't finished any of the tags or anything. We'll do that at the end. And I'll do that off camera. There's just no reason to, Now, if you are thinking about starting a journal and you're not sure, how to do that, in my evening lives, we are doing a Make a Journal with me, where we are learning all of the, I'm showing you I'm not saying we're learning, but I'm showing you the way that I do it and some of the materials that you can use that you probably have around to make your own single signature journal. Okay. In our first time together, we chose a cover, which is actually just a cover off of another book. And we chose and selected some papers. We talked about turning single pages into signature pages, which is what you need to be able to put them in here. We talked about, having pages that are way too long, but not wanting to lose all that paper. So we're going to be doing some stuff with that. And what else did we do in here? We talked about cutting it down and getting it to the appropriate size. And then we talked about different types of threads that you can use to tie these all together. So you got the flu. That's not good. Hi, Marie. So this is the signature that we're working on for this blue journal. And we're going to go ahead and kind of get started putting some stuff in here. I have all kinds of goodies, including just strips of paper. Can you use them? Yeah. We have a couple of videos. It's the Scrap Busters series that we are using to show you how to use your, ways that you can use your leftover bits and pieces to make some unique ephemera. So, but being said, we're going to add a pocket over here, and I think this little ticket is cute for that. So, let me put some ink on my dauber. Yeah, it's flu season, I'll tell you. I was actually having this conversation with my daughter the other day. because it is flu season. So, we want to make sure that we have enough flu brew around the house to take care of those problems. We're going to see if the glue is going to work today. It does. So around here, when it's flu season, we make something called flu brew. And there's a basic recipe for it, but there is many variations. And my daughter, she likes to make one that is very hot. Like, she doesn't want you to be sick, but she doesn't want to, she's going to burn that out of you. So we were talking the other day about the flu brew. My kids were raised on it. Like, my kids never got to do the whole, I'm sick, I'm staying home from school. No, you're not. My kids would tell me they were sick, and it was like instantly you're getting flu brew. Well, yeah, that's what they do. School that's an incubation zone for little sickies. They sneeze, they get snotty noses, they put their hands on it, they touch their friends bring it home, and next thing you know, everybody in the house is sick. Okay. This little, here it is. I'm trying to grab this little one. Only one of my grandkids, one of Alex's, one of Tyler, Lily goes to public school. And only one of Alex's does. Buggy goes to a public school, but he only goes one day a week. And Shaylee went to an online school as well. Because, it actually works out better for them, education-wise. Yeah, no such thing as a sick day. Hi, Christine. How are you feeling today, honey? Any better? Any worse? A little better? Okay. This needs a tag. I just got to figure out which one I want to use. Do that. A journaling card. Maybe we'll do a journaling card. Let's build a journaling card. All right. So this is, I'm going to go 2 3/8 by 3.5. Okay, so I have to ask because I get it all the time. Does anybody else get all of these stupid real drama things on their like on your feed for your like Facebook and stuff? It's like the same freaking story. Every one of them is exactly the same. Hold on. Hey, you two can knock it off. Knock it off, both of you. You do not need to be bouncing around this house. I know you're friends. Don't try to play anything else. Harry and Ginger have this thing where they, like, he'll lay there and groom her, and she will let him. And then if anybody, like, if they think somebody sees them, they, like, freak out and act like they don't like each other. And she'll jump up and chase him, and he'll bat at her. Come on, guys. We all know you like each other. I am going to put some paper on the back of this. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I'm going to do that. So it's not a very big piece. So I'm going to see if I actually have a piece in my little bit container here that I use for like pads and stuff. That would be, yeah, see, I can cut this down. We're a little better today, I got to tell you. I will tell you, it has been very hard for me to find because I'm allergic to seafood. Big problem. We'll save these because those are good sizes. We're going to take this down just a little bit. That one's a little thin. Most of your, medications that are supposed to be for building cartilage and stuff, which is kind of what you need to prevent, it's preventive for arthritis and all that stuff. Most of it has shark cartilage in it or diatomaceous earth. And I am allergic to shellfish. So I avoid all seafood and all seafood derivatives right off the bat. And so I had tried something years ago and I had an allergic reaction to it. So I just stopped using this stuff. And now my daughter, she's a kitchen witch. Don't mess with a kitchen witch ever. Because you mess with a kitchen witch, they will turn around and look at you and go, and they will give you like a tea or something that makes everything all freaking better. Like that. Well, she tried this stuff as a tea, and she said it tasted like horse dookie. So she found it in a pill, and it's called Boswellia serrato extract. It's a resin, and it's not just for cartilage. This does have the glucosamine in it, which is that is for your cartilages. But this also has, apparently, I didn't know this. This kid is so smart. Like, she found out immediately, like when she found out that I hurt my back, within 2 days, she came back and she was like, I'm going to talk to you. Apparently, when we go through menopause, see, this is one of those things we should be talking about on Late Night Lunatics. Apparently, when you go through menopause, your body stops producing, estrogen. And there are some key things that the estrogen allows to be produced in your body that are no longer produced. And these things cause micro tears in your tendons, which is why my back has gotten so unstable in the last 5-6 years. So this stuff this Boswellia serrato extract. Apparently it causes my body to produce the chemicals that protect the tendons and repair those micro tears. And so she's making me eat these. I gotta tell you things. These things are freaking horse pills. Look at this thing. But I had tried this brand before and I couldn't take it because it's shark cartilage in it. And now it doesn't. This is the MSM formula from Biflex. And it has a joint shield in it, which is that Boswellia serrate stuff. And I've been taking this for 4 days now, twice a day. And I have to tell you, I feel phenomenal. Like the pain is gone. I was taking 800 milligrams of ibuprofen like 4 times a day just to be able to even sit in my chair, to lay down. Because like laying down, I don't know about y'all, but I lay on my side. I can't lay on my back because of my back injury. And so I always lay on my side. And my hips were hurting and my shoulders and everything. And I started taking this stuff. And so far, like I think I've been taking this like 4 days now. Fantastic. I feel freaking fantastic. And they say within like 7 days, you're supposed to see a marked improvement. I see a marked improvement already. Yeah. So this stuff right here, she says this, because it's not just the joint, it's the parts that connect the joints, the tendons. That's what's causing some of that instability. So when I fell and I dropped off that thing and I hit my, I landed on my back. First off, I probably should have landed on my side or my, my stomach. But my dumb butt, like everybody else, protect vital organs, I fell to my back. And she told me to take this stuff. And I'm not saying my daughter is any kind of, she's not a doctor, she's not a pharmacist, she's not anything like that. What she is an herbal specialist. She has been studying herbs since she was like 9 years old. That's what happens when you grow up in a house with a witch. And when I first started going through menopause, I was irritable. I was unhappy. She came over and she brought me these teas that flower. They're like flowers, and you put them in hot water and they steep. And she says, drink this. And I was like, no. And she's like, drink it. And I drank it and I wasn't irritable anymore. And I wasn't, like feeling so lost. So I just follow everything she says. So it's, I'm going to put it in the chat so you guys can, because otherwise, Boswellia serrato. Extract. So that's what it is. And so, because a long time ago, somebody told me to take Party-Arco. The problem is Party-Arco can actually build up in your liver and it can cause further problems. So you don't want to take Party-Arco, aside from the fact that it tastes like dirt. You don't want to take it long term. That's like a quick, short solution. It's for like, if you fall and you hurt yourself and you're in the healing stage, then you take Party-Arco because it's going to help heal that. But this stuff, fantastic. Like I would not recommend, Chinsen Violet for long-term use. If you've got if you've got stitches or something and you want to prevent an infection, putting some Chinsen Violet on it, which by the way, you can get in any homeopathic store. Yes, it will turn your skin purple because that's what it is. It's a violet extract. So it's very vibrantly purple. But it'll fight an infection and it helps in healing. And what it really helps with is, when you get when you have stitches or something, how they itch. This stuff makes the itch go away. And I wouldn't recommend that for long-term use. Like I remember my mom got a tattoo one time and it was itching and driving her crazy. She had an allergic reaction to the particular ink that they used. And my daughter slapped some Chinsen Violet on it, wrapped it up. And my mom was like, there's no itch. I can't feel anything. Yes, and I know that you can get it from Herbally Grounded, and I believe that they have an online shop. See, we have an Herbally Grounded here, which is fantastic because I can just go in there and just, if I want powdered carrots, I can go get it, which is nice. The only thing, they're not open on Sunday and Monday, which is 2 days Mike's off. But this stuff is fantastic. I love it. I can't recommend it anymore. The other thing that I do recommend for menopause is that those pills that I was taking, I showed you guys. I got to tell you guys, now that I've had them I've been on them for a year. My beard has stopped growing. I only get 1 or 2 stray hairs now. My beard has stopped growing. I'm sleeping. I don't have night sweats anymore. Like that stuff. And my menopause brain has dropped. That stuff is what is it called? I don't remember what is it even called? Let me see. I'll find it. It's right here. See, all I have to do is go to my buy again, because that's where I keep. It is not available on here. Personal care. Well, Kaka, I can't find it. I would think it would be right here, but it's not. Estroven, that's the stuff. I've been taking the Estroven, the gold one. Fantastic stuff. See, we have to share these things. Oh, by the way, just real quick, I want to show you guys. So we're doing the Projects of 26 challenge. We're doing it bi-weekly. So on the 1st and the 15th, basically, of every month, I'm going to give you guys the project and the item. So yesterday, I typed them all up, and Michelle and I sat here and we went through and we kind of picked, some items to use. So some of our substrates, that's the piece we're going to be making, like make a tag. Okay. There's tags in there. There's Rolodex cards in there. There is index cards in there. What else did we put in? A pocket. We added a pocket this year. We've never done that one before. There were a couple others too. A bookmark, so we have a variety of projects. We even put in a small box or tin, a pill bottle, because I'm going to tell you, like, this size of a pill bottle would be fun to play with. And this is great for storage. If you break this little piece off, then these just screw on and off. You remember when Grandpa used to put these on, and he'd screw the lids in? If you do that and you put like small pieces in here that you use all the time, like book corners and things like that, and you have some place where you can put them in these containers. So playing with them is fun. So we put that in there. What else did we put in there? Puzzle pieces. So there's all kinds of stuff like that. And then our object of this is the thing you have to use kind of thing. We had a big list. So we did stencils. We did watercolor. We did ribbon, flowers, a cupcake liner or coffee filter, one or the other, chalks, texture paste, all of that kind of stuff. So we have all of those extra bits. And then what I do is I shuffle them all up. I put them all down. The substrates were all face up. And then I take the item, the thing you're supposed to use. We put that randomly face down, and then I randomly pick them up, throw them in the envelopes. Then I take the envelopes, I seal all the envelopes, and we mix up all the envelopes, and I put them in the bag. So we don't know what anything is. So if you go in here and we pick any one of these, inside of it, and there's 30 in here, we only need 26. Inside of this envelope, which is sealed, is going to be our substrate and our item for the week. So we'll be doing these on the 1st and the 15th of every month throughout the rest of the year. Hi, Michelle. So I'm going to keep them up here so that I can see them and remember. Because, yeah, menopause. We all know, right? Yeah, okay. I want to do something on this page. So I got this set. I pulled it out of my stash. This like light colored set. And the thing is, there's really no like ephemera with this. It's like you got journaling cards and these circles and lots of tags. There were lots of tags, all in different sizes. So we're gonna have to cut these down and stuff to make ephemera pieces, and that's okay. There was also these, which I love, and we've already played with one. So I was thinking, since we're using some of these, we might be able to use some of our watercolor flowers. So let's take a look. I'm going to pull the watercolors and we'll take a look at those. Now, don't forget, tomorrow, if you're looking for some storage ideas, I'm going to be going through my sticker collection tomorrow. And let's see. I'm going to pull this one. And I'm going to be, clearing out some that I'm not using. This is part of my sticker collection, but this is like my small pieces. If it's on a sheet, it's in the drawer. So we're going to be going through that tomorrow because I've already done these. We did this a couple weeks ago. Oh, you know what? We have those banners that are blue. We have some blue banners. Let's pull those. I think we might even have some of these in blue. So let's pull those. I got all of these, guys. We got some circus stuffs. So I think we might be doing a circus journal this year. Peoples. Let's see. More peoples. I love this little girl. I don't know what digital this is. If anybody knows what digital this is, please let me know. Because I love her. Okay, I'm not seeing anything in here that I want to use. Let me pull the other one. Woo! No. We have pink, purple, orange, blue. Ooh, those are perfect. Let's see. But I'm looking for the watercolors. Here's the watercolors. There we go. Okay. I know it's a complicated way to keep it random, but I want it to be random. There are a lot of people that complain about some people who do mixed media that, it's not that they set it up. You know what I mean? And I don't want that to be the case here. So I always make sure that we do this as randomly as possible. And I do know that there are some people who stack that, they use the cards or whatever. They stack the deck, so to speak. And I was like, are you kidding me? But, well, I'm glad that you liked it. And the thing with mixed media too, Marie, is that it makes you kind of think about, okay, well, this is the prompt. How do I make that happen? Arlene Arlene doesn't have art chalk. She doesn't like art chalk. So she just bought like kids' chalks. And that's the chalk she uses. We're going to be talking about this too. Like I said, I think I figured this out. I'm going to go today and pick this up because I was going to order it and I keep forgetting to order it. So I'm going to go and actually pick this up. So let me put this on my list of crap that my butt needs to do today. Okay. Get blending solution. Okay. Because I have stuff to do today. So I'm going to go out and get that done. Oh my God. Well, I know that there's certain people that play mixed media, and I mean, they are so bad at rigging it that, like, if you're playing, you can actually sit there and go, the next one's going to be, I'll bet you the next one is, because they do it in the same order every time. And why do they do it in the same order, even though they supposedly shuffle their cards? It's because they sit there beforehand and they pick, I've seen people do mixed media where it's like the next prompt comes up and it's like, use green. And they're like, oh, well, I happen to have green paint right here. They set that crap up. That is not ooh, I just happen to have it. So I'm just, let me bitch about it. Why? Because I can. So I don't want to play like that. I don't want to, and I don't want everybody to come in thinking that's the way we play. So I try to do things as openly random as possible so that everybody can look at it and go, yeah, that's random. Okay. I just don't like the rigged shit. You know why? Because they pre-planned for it. And so when they're done, their piece looks fantastic. And everybody else's looks like dog crap. Now, we're going to play this. Let's do it right. I'm going to put this way because it's got shallower dips. Shallow dip. I dated a few of those shallow dips. It was a different time. I was a different person. Okay. Oh, the love of my life is here. Hello, love of my life. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're probably going to want gloves. It's freaking bitter cold out there right now. It is so weird. It's beautiful, clear skies. They're projecting high winds, but the temperature right now is only like in the mid 40s. It's cold. Well, for desert dwellers, that's cold. No. When you're used to 120, 40 is a pretty big drop. So yeah, so I always make sure that, we do it as randomly as possible. It's also why I don't use Chatbot. Chatbot tends to fixate on if you have a moderator, like if I put Chatbot in and I had it pick a winner every 30 minutes, it would pick Arlene right now faster than anybody else. Because she's a moderator. It does it all the time. I don't know why people still use it, but they do. Does this look like it's missing something, guys? It does, right? I know. Just say no to Chatbot. I don't know. It just seems like it's missing something. But I don't know. Maybe right here or something? I don't know. We'll come back to it. I'm not seeing what really... This I like. It's just there. It's just a writing page, right? So let's go on to the next one. Let's go ahead, because when I can't figure it out, we skip it. I want to see if we have one of these in blue that I would like to use. Yeah, like a flower or something, I think. Let's get to figure it out. I don't know. This one. No, because that one is going to be too wide, and so it'll end up, we'll lose the bows, which is what I like about it. Of course, you know the blue's all in the back, right? What do we got? This one is just like tiny. Let's see. No. No. All right, we're going to use this one. Put these away. Anything else in here that strikes my fancy? No, that's got sailboats on it. Okay, we're going to use this one. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to cut one of these off. Which one? This one. Am I going to get rid of it? No. Because I might use that on something else, so we'll just keep it for now. Yeah, it's Nightbutt. What a pain in the mat. Okay, guys, I have to tell you something. Just because this is irritating me, okay? And I'm not going to tell you who did it. Because honestly, I don't know who did it. I've never seen this person before. They've never commented in my streams before, but they commented. And it kind of, it bothered me. So we were live the other night. And I think it was the day we started this. So we were live, and my daughter called. My daughter never calls. Alex knows when I'm live. So if my phone rings when I'm live and it's Alex, that tells me there's an issue and I need to talk to her real quick. So I pardoned myself, excused myself from y'all, and I went and I talked to my daughter. Now I muted the phone, the online, and I told you guys, I'd be right back. I was here the whole time, but I went to go see what was going on with my kid. Because yes, I like hanging out with you guys, but I'm a mom first and foremost, that's my baby. And apparently somebody who was watching that video back took offense to the fact that I answered the phone while I was live. And bitched about it in the comments. And I don't get a lot of negative comments. So I was a little butthurt about it, actually. But I'm sharing it with you guys for a reason. And I was civil, I replied to her and I was like, when your child who doesn't call you calls you out of the blue, you answer that call. I was live. It wasn't a video. It wasn't like I was recording a video and I went, hold on. And I spent 10 minutes talking to my daughter and then came back and filmed the video. First off, I would never do that. I would always just put a cut in it and, go talk to my kid. Yeah, it was some of the, I think it was. I think it was definitely an Offendi. One of those Offendi Indians. Very rare troop. Very, very, very rarely see them anywhere. But I was like, I'm sorry that, but when my kid calls, and my kid does not normally call me. So if my kid calls, I'm going to go into that, call and find out what's going on. And I apologize, if that was a problem. But I'm kind of offended that somebody would be offended, you know, that somebody was that upset with the fact that I answered a phone call from my kid. And I apologize. So if I have offended any of you by, doing something like that during a live, I apologize. I didn't really think it was an issue. But apparently, for some people, it is. So if I have offended you in any way by doing that, I am very sorry. It never really dawned on me that anybody would be offended by it. Because I don't know. I don't think of my lives as lives. Like, I think of my videos as that's my channel. My lives, I feel like I'm just hanging out with my girlfriends, having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or, whatever, and we're just shooting shit. I don't really think about it like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know. But like when I'm here with you guys, and there are some of our ladies are shut-ins. Some of our ladies have other issues. Some of our some of our friends are, they're outside. Even Francis. I mean, Francis is Francis lives in a very small town, like right on the border, and there's no craft stores near her. Very few people that she can just sit there and talk to and shoot the shit with, and so I've always kind of thought that this was more like, just a group of friends getting together on the regular to, chat and talk. And honestly, I didn't think about, that anybody would watch the live for the content. I just take this as somebody who, myself, I've been a shut-in. I just take this as hanging out with my friends. Me and a bunch of my girlfriends are going to get together, and it's like a big giant video chat, and we're just going to shoot the crap. What happens in Vegas stays here. I wish. And like, if y'all come to Vegas, I'm all over. I want to see you and stuff. I'm not a tour guide, people. Understand that. I don't like the Strip. I'm not a tour guide. I'm not going to drive your butt around, in my car. But I'm going to come hang out with you. And if you tell me you want to come craft, I'll bring you up here. We'll craft up here. No big deal. If you tell me that, you're coming to town, you want to go to see Go Feathers? Shit, baby, I'll drive your ass out to Go Feathers. I don't care if it's a 45-minute drive from my house. It's only like 25 minutes from the Strip. And I know all the ways to avoid having to drive on the Strip because I'm local. Okay, so this background color pulls this in, this bluish colored here. And then we got and then this blends to that, so I'm okay with that page. And yes, this needs some kind of a freaking flower. Let's put something up here because it's driving me nuts. I can't move on. But yeah, somebody apparently found it obnoxious that I would leave my live to go and answer a phone call. I think I might have pink in that flower. I'm going to see if I do. Maybe I don't. You never know. We're going to look. No. No. Maybe purple. No. What's this? This one's little ones as opposed to the one that I used over there, which is a bigger flower. Too blue. I think this so far is the contender here, guys. So if I have offended you in some way by, answering a phone call or whatever it is that I do on this channel, suck it up, Buttercup. Deal with it. I'm a real freaking person. I have a life. I have a husband. I have kids. I have grandkids. I got to tell you guys, if Shaylee called me and she was crying and I was live, I probably wouldn't even cut the live. I'd be just like, bye, out, lady or biatches, and to be honest, I think that the majority of you guys would be like blowing up my phone going, is she okay? Is she okay? Is there something? What can we do? You know what I mean? Hey, Jamie. I'm just saying, the vast majority of you would be like, and I'd be like, I'm so sorry I left the live running. And you guys would be like, so? Is she okay? Because y'all know, Shayla got me right there. And, she cries, I run. So, yeah. So if for whatever reason you have been offended, because I'm going to offend everybody, right? We say it all the time. If you've been offended by my behavior in a live, suck it up. Either don't watch anymore. I don't care. I really don't. I know who my friends are. You know who my friends are? My friends are the people that remember my birthday. My friends are the people that, and they remember my birthday because they know that I picked that day on purpose for sales, because it's kind of an inside joke. I spend my birthday with y'all. My friends, the people that matter to me in these lives, are the people who show up every time. I think y'all were right. It needed a flower. That show up every time. They're here no matter what. They listen to my rambling and my bitching and my complaining and go, it's okay. They are here for everybody else that's in this live. Y'all know things about each other that, like, your best hometown girlfriend knows. And somebody who lives across the country knows it because you've shared it with them. Here, you've made those connections here. See? So I love you guys, and I will always, I'm your backup right here. Ride or die. I'm with you. I care about you guys. I care about your families. I know about your kids, your grandkids. We've had conversations like that. A lot of you don't even think twice about, like, I'll be sitting here some days and my phone will ring and I know that ring because it's not a regular ring. It's the Facebook ring. And I get people who call me, you guys who call me through Facebook all the time. Sometimes I can answer it. Sometimes I can't. But when I see it coming through, I will answer it and go, hey, what's up, girl? What do you need? Because I'm your ride or die. I will be here. I will tell you, if something happens in your world, you just want to yell at somebody, call me. Yell at me. Scream your full damn head off at me because I'm your friend. That's what I'm here for. And it just, I don't know. It upset me deeply that somebody would like nitpick a little thing. Okay. It pissed me off. Yes. Yes. If seriously, like if I ran out of here to go do something, my phone would be blowing. My Facebook blowing. Y'all would be like, what the hell's going on? Arlene be in her chair halfway down the block. I'm coming. Michelle might drive again. I'm that friend you could call up and go, you want to hide a body? And I'll go, sure. You ever seen that one with the guy who comes in and his wife is there and he's like, honey, would you help me hide a body? And she like goes, shh. She closes all the shades and everything. She's like, let's get in the car. And they get in the car and she's like, okay, where is it? Where'd you put the body? What are we going to do? That's me. I'm that person. So, and it's plausible deniability too. Y'all are my plausible deniability. No. I was with them. Okay, I'm done bitching about it. I was pissed off. So, I come with a warning. Let's just put that out there. I come with a public service announcement. May offend at any moment. If I offend you, tough shit. Now that being said, Janie, are you home, honey, or are you on the road? I know you said you were going to be working on some quilts. Are you working on the quilts, baby, or are you back on the road again? I hate that she has to do that. I really do. Oh, let's use this big thing. Did we use one of these already? Right in the beginning, yeah. All right, we got these. I think there's smaller ones. Let's see if there's a smaller one. Seems to me I remember there was something. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I hate this thing. Every time I go in here. I think there were smaller ones, but I think they were too small to use. No. Yeah, see? They're very tiny. But you know what? This is like a writing page, and I want to keep it a writing page. So let's use the tiny one. We'll put it on a piece of paper. Ozzy, are you going to die?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God, he's dancing. Seven tonight instead of like that.
Wait.
Okay. And my handful of what? Oh, I thought you said my handful of very weirdos. Yeah, that's my group. All right, out. You can go with it. I asked the dog if he was gonna die, and he's over here dancing. I'm like, oh shit, let him out. I know, right? Oh. I love you guys. Don't think that in a million, days or whatever, I wouldn't seriously ride or die for any one of you. And you know what the scary part of that is? That guy sitting over there, you know him. If I went, babe, I gotta go, he'd be like, what's going on? I'd be like, Christine needs me. He'd be like, all right, the Discover card is clear. There's a couple $100 you can pull out of the checking account. You know, he'd be like,
check your oil in 100 miles.
Check your oil. Call me. Let me know you're okay. He would never question it. Why? Because he's used to me doing that kind of shit.
Love you. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. Why? Because he's got Life 360 on my phone. He knows where I'm going to be. There's bail money in the bank. You know.
Sort of. Depending on what you're doing. It's too expensive.
He would be like in a heartbeat. And I would have to be like, this murder made possible by my Patreons. Oh, okay. Look, I'm losing my shit. Leave me alone. All right, now I'm going to try and cut this curve so that it looks like a curve. All right, I'm losing my shit today. Here we go. Ready? We're going to do this. Shh. Don't make me laugh. And by the way, I will show up at the most awkward, inappropriate moment. If you're half naked getting in the shower, I'm going to honk my horn out front, just so you know. So you're going to have to run to get some clothes on. Like, I could be going to, like, see my son in Kansas, and something would happen, and I'd be calling my husband going, by the way, baby, I'm going to detour. And you'd be like, where are you detouring to? Oh, I've decided I've got to go to, I don't know, Atlantic City. He'd be like, okay, just be safe. But the thing is that I know that each and every one of you would do it if you were capable of doing it too. If it was a possibility and I needed you, you'd be here in a heartbeat. At the very least, you are a phone call away. And that's really all that matters to me. You know, I don't have a lot of friends. I have my daughter here in town. I have my daughter, boobs I see occasionally. Not really a friend. Like, I don't have, like, I had Sandy, you know, but she's moved to Ohio back with, you know, to be with her sister. And I get it. That's her people's, you know, it's her family. And so I kind of get that. Okay, I'm a little miffy about it. You're just gonna come to the door to tell. Okay. You do you, boo. I'll stand out there going, hey, some damn clothes on. Although I will say this, I'm not that person who shows up out of the blue and expects you to, you know, feed me or give me a place to sleep. I usually get a hotel before I show up. But I don't have a lot of, like, friends. I find it very hard to meet people. Why? Because apparently in person I'm intimidating. I don't know why. I will be sure to avert my eyes. Hello, with my head down, eyes closed, knocking on your door. I'm here. Please put your clothes on. Be decent. Okay, I don't care. Come naked. But a lot of people say that they think I'm intimidating. So it's not like, you know, I have a lot of friends. I don't. I have, like, not really close friends. I have 2 friends I have known most of my life. Okay. Mary, who I've known since I was 3. Cora, who I've known since I was 5. And Sandy, who I've known since I was 12. She was 13, first day of junior high. We've been friends for years. Yes, I hear you knocking. Come on. I heard you knocking, baby. I knocked on the door, Mommy. I did. So I do have, you know, like, some very long-term friends. Yeah, it's, for some people that is an issue. Like, you don't have friends because you live in an area that's kind of remote, or just the people that are in your area that are, you know, maybe you live in, like, a downtown area where it's mostly trendy young people, or all of your friends are at, you know, the senior center or the community center that you go to, and they don't necessarily live by you, you know? So you're like, okay, well, you know, they're my friends when I'm in the room, but those aren't your friends. Those are your associates, you know? And I do have associates, people that I see from time to time. I've known people for years, lived in the same house with them, and they're not my friend, you know? Exactly. Sometimes that's an issue. Gypsy has the same issue, you know. She's mostly housebound. She gets to go to the senior center and doctor's offices. That's all she really gets to do because of her heart. We all know this. This is not something new. This is not new information. You know, she has shared this in the group. But you know what she can count on? These people right here. These people in this room. And I mean this room, not my room, this room. People in this room. We get together. We chat. We laugh. We joke. We make fun of each other. But it's all in, you know, and the truth is I don't doubt for a moment that if there was really something going on, everybody would be there. Everybody would be in it. I would be getting phone calls. I would be getting text messages. I would be getting emails. If I went live, I would be getting questions. Is everything okay? How are you doing? What's going on? I know this. I know this because when somebody's not in live for like a day or two, somebody notices it. Yesterday, Michelle wasn't here. Everybody was like, where's Michelle? I had like 2 or 3 people in the chat go, where's Michelle? Because she's usually here. And when you're not here, we all kind of get like, well, where are they? So you guys are my friends. I have told you guys some stuff that I have never told anybody else. And I'll tell you what, when I do that, or if you reveal something that I know is deeply personal, I don't leave the live. So the only people who have access to it are people that have already been in it. They already know it. And I will shut off the ability to thumbs up and thumbs down on those so that people can't like make it discoverable. That's personal, private information. And other people don't, outside of our group, outside of our family, doesn't need to know that. I know Carla's been working a lot of hours, and being that it's winter in muddy Snowda, she's been taking her time getting home and stuff, and she doesn't drive. She's bus bound. She takes the bus everywhere. And that makes it very difficult for her to get to every live. So we see her occasionally, and when we do, we are grateful to see her, and we all have those questions like, where the hell have you been? What the hell have you been up to? And why haven't you called, young lady? But I know that she misses you guys, and I would like to say that I talk to her a little bit more on the regular than I do, but I don't. Mostly because her work schedule is so screwed up right now. But we're gonna cut this. I don't mind the round, but I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be able to cut that off, because if we cut it off, we're still gonna have on either side. So I think we're just going to leave it. We're gonna put it on here, and then we're just gonna put a big tag in there. But I'm gonna back this because it's thin. Okay. Let me mark this. Like there. Just so I don't put glue below that area. I know. I worry about her because she's fallen and hurt her back a few times, falling on the ice because she takes the bus to work. But she just doesn't, she's not comfortable driving. And I get that. Oh, I get that. We do have ladies in our group that are they're either not comfortable or they're no longer capable. Well, not capable, but they're no longer, able to drive for whatever reason. For some of them, it's pain medications. At a certain point, you get to that, where you have to you rely on pain medications just to get out of bed in the freaking morning, you know? For some of them, it is, their vision isn't as sharp as it used to be. And so they're not comfortable being behind the wheel of a car anymore. That doesn't mean that they wouldn't drive in a heartbeat if it was an emergency. It just means that they're not comfortable. And so I'm never mad at you if you're just not comfortable, you know? Hey, baby, what are you making? What are you making?
Okay.
A hot pocket. Don't forget you have that bowl that you got.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you. Everybody said hi to you before, but you ran out the door really quick.
Oh, I didn't know you. It's not as cold as out there as it was at 3:30 and 7:30 in the
When the
morning.
doggy said to pee-pee?
When I was buck-ass naked, holding open the sliding door so the puppies could go out and come back in.
Well, you know, it's important. If it rings Scooby-Doo, I don't answer it. That's just somebody being annoying. All right, we're going to make a tall tag out of this one because it's cute. I like it. Oh, my God. I know, she does it every day. Okay, so in the height of my agoraphobia, which if you don't know, agoraphobia is the fear of people and places, people in large places. And I'm agoraphobic. I've had this ongoing issue. I have to tell you guys. I had to take a bus one time, a public bus, and I got on the bus and all of the people turned into like germs and amoebas with like faces, like it was like a cartoon. It was terrible. And then I got to my office and my mom was there because my mom used to work for me in my office. And I used to run a culinary staffing company. And I got there. My mother was like, there are not enough handy wipes on the planet. She's like trying to clean. I'm like, losing my shit. An Uber or a taxi. Oh, I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to, my dad and a buddy of his, who shall not be named, they were not friends, but associates at the time. My dad used to work part-time for him. He ran a little cab service where he would drop kids off at school and, pick up grandma to take her grocery shopping and stuff like that. Came out many years later. He was really just a pervert, and he used the cab to molest kids. But my dad didn't know that. But that was the only game in town. We lived in a very small town. Don't even have donkeys. Oh my God. I threatened Michelle the other day. We were talking and I was like, one of these days I'm going to get you to come here, girl. When you come here, I'm going to take you a couple of places. One, Main Street, USA, which is actually part of a museum here. If you've ever watched Pawn Stars, Pawn, Pawn, don't sanction me. Black and white pawn or black and silver pawn or whatever it is. I don't know. It's a local Vegas pawn shop. Chumley and all of them. They have a guy that comes in all the time. They call him the Beard of Wisdom. Well, he's a friend of my son's, my oldest son. And he started a group. I don't know what the hell they're called anymore. Michelle knows who they are because her husband actually used to be one. But they do historic stuff, not historic reenactments. Clampers, thank you. They're called clampers. And what they do is they go out and they find like historic spots and they build like monuments for it or put plaques up for it and stuff. But they do it out of their, like, they don't charge the city or anything for it. And so there's the guy that's on there. They call him the Beard of Knowledge. He actually founded the clampers. He's a big history buff and a history professor and everything. And he built this museum here in Vegas. And there's this, like, it's like a street with like a gazebo at the end of it. And you start in the front, and from here to there, as you go around, is like every 10 years of housing in Nevada, but in the country. So like there's like the little, 1940s World War II bungalow kind of little family where they actually have like the air raid signs and stuff in it. And then after that, when people started traveling, they have like the little camper, little teardrop camper that you would find in a campsite. And they do have like an old printing press out there and a couple of other things like that. But as it goes around, you get to like that 1950s, it's like 1970s, I think, is the house. But it's like a big house. Like it's huge, 2 stories and everything. And everything in it is period correct. They have some old steam engines out there. They have the old train depot. They have the old original office for the original air for McCarran Airport, which is the big airport here that you fly into. Yeah, no good. You stay home, woman. Maybe you could get yourself a smart driving wheelchair. They're making smart driving cars. Why couldn't they get you a smart driving wheelchair? Like where you can just program where you want to go. I want to go to the grocery store. And it's already programmed in so your wheelchair takes you there safely and returns your ass home. Why can't they come up with that? Oh, wait, there's no money in that, is there? No money in that. Okay. I'm sorry. I was silly for a second. But it's a cute little town, and so I threatened Michelle, if I'm going to take you there, I'm going to take you out to the Valley of Fire. Now, people come here, and they all go to Red Rock. None of them go to the Valley of Fire. And I'll tell you, Red Rock's pretty. But you can see it from the road. It's nothing. But Valley of Fire, totally different because you're driving through desert, which I personally think is beautiful. I think there's a lot of color in the desert, and I think it's very, like you can look at it, you can see history in it. But going out to the Valley of Fire, as you turn a corner, all of a sudden, everything turns bright red. And in the spring, there's all kinds of wildflowers, and they have petroglyphs out there, and they have like fossilized trees. What the hell do they call those things? Anyway, they have the like fossilized trees, and you can touch it. It's all living history. You can touch it. This is an area where the local Indians would go, and there's like a natural well there, water well that was in the middle of the desert, but it's just beautiful, and the sand there is like what you get in an hourglass. It's that pure. That's fine. $120,000. Holy crap! Wow. Don't be telling me this, guys. I'm moving to freaking like Kansas. I know, right? I've thought about the Botox. Does it work? Tell me. Is putting botulism in my body really a way to make my migraines freaking go away? Because I've tried a few other weird things. But I told her I was going to take her there, and then I told her I was going to take her. We were going to both, Goat Feathers. She was like, wow. If you've been with me to Goat Feathers when I've done it on video, you will understand why. Aside from the fact that there's also the largest Corningware collection out there. I know it's just stupid. But it's the town of Boulder City, which is the town that was built to build the Hoover Dam. And so a lot of the buildings out there are like period to Hoover Dam, even the apartments and everything. But there's a cute little main street, and they have a little chocolate candy shop, and they have they have an Ace Hardware, like an old style Ace Hardware. They have wood sidewalks. It's cute. But I also told her I was going to take her out past that to Route 66. And we were going to go to Oatman so she could see the mayor, who's a donkey. Now, can't they put a drain in for that? For your seizures, baby? Or have they tried it and it gets clogged? Because I know I have a friend here, like an associate here. His wife, she used to get a lot of seizures. And it was because of the fluid buildup in her spine and her brain. And they put in a drain that drains that excess spinal fluid back into her body where it's just absorbed. But every now and then it gets blocked. So maybe I'll talk to my doctor about the Botox. Maybe. I don't want to, it's botulism. I got to get over that. You know what I mean? It keeps getting clogged. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the problem. She has that same problem. Like it works for a while and then all of a sudden it blocks. And they can never tell her why it blocks. But yeah, I understand. I hate that. I hate that, look, they did it again. Look, do you guys see that? Do you see that? Stop doing this, designers. I love you guys, but stop doing it. Why? Because if I want to make tags out of these, I know how to punch a hole. But if I just want to use it, I can't do that. Why? Because you put a freaking hole in it. Stop doing it. By the way, Marie, if I ask you a question that's too personal, just tell me to shut the hell up. Okay? Because sometimes I can be nosy. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it gets thick. That's what her problem is too. Hey, Michelle, did you get that thing I emailed you this morning? I texted you. Girl, you got to see it. It's freaking hysterical. I was dying. And just for a joke, do it without the sound on. Do it without the sound on and then turn the sound on, and it'll make so much more sense. Michelle and I were up till like 3 a.m. the other day when I was doing billing. People must have thought we were crazy. I want to do, a thing here. Not bad. Maybe this white one. Let's do the white one. I'm going to cut it. Here we go. I'm cutting it. You know what I want is I want one. Let me see if I have. Yeah, but I could be a pain in the ass. So if if I get up in your business, just tell me to shut the hell up. Just like, woman, shut it up. And, I'll go away. I won't go away, I'll be butthurt, but I'll still love you. We're going to see if we can work this out. I need a bigger piece. It's not wide enough. I need it wider. Wider. I need it a little wider. Maybe. Long enough? Yeah. Oh, kick him in the ass for me. I don't like no damn burnt coffee. I don't like coffee to begin with. Yo, codger. Love you, Mike. Aren't you supposed to be at work doing something? Okay, I don't like the overhang. I thought I wanted the overhang, but I don't like the overhang, so we're going to trim the overhang off. Yes, I'm procrastinating, by the way. I have things to do today, and I don't want to do them, so we're hanging out. He says he's getting ready for work. Get out of the house so I can call a woman and we can talk. We won't talk crap about you and you're there. Kidding. You know I love you. You take good care of my girl. That's all I care about. Where is Mari? Has anybody seen her this morning? Yeah, that's how he makes his coffee, on the stove, and he burns the crap out of it. It's not like I can't text her because it's just on Insta, so I can't do that on the computer. Because I don't have my Insta on the computer. Because I'm lazy. That's why. All right. So we're about halfway through this book. We have done not a whole hell of a lot. We have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. So we're going to be working on this next week. Okay? Which means I'm going to change the title of this video to working on and not finishing. Because tomorrow, because if I don't do it soon, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay? And give me a second. I'm going to put this away and then I'm going to show you guys why I would lose my mind. Show you what's going on. Uh-oh, hovers back. What? Stop talking. He's like, stop talking about me. Like, hovers back. He's like, stop talking about me. Okay, we're going to get that out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. This. Time to make with the fake happy. I'm sure he would like to just one time be able to go, you broke your shit. What do you want me to do about it?
Listen, someone cut it down the line. Shut up, go away, and we'll get to it when we get to it. It is what it is till it ain't no more.
Okay. All right, so we're going to get this out of the way. Get this paper put in here so we don't lose it. This paper, so we don't lose that. There we go. Got that all in there. Yes, all good. Okay. Okay, so tomorrow the video is how I'm organizing stickers. Now, y'all see this beautiful organization of stickers here? This is fabulous stuff. Look, flowers, got it. Watercolor flowers, here they are. Okay, and oh, those are cute. So I have like all this fantastic organization here. Let me get the other one out real quick because the other pieces that I'm putting away are in the other bag, in the other box, which I could probably fit these all in one box at this point. Okay. People. So words. Bananas. Okay, I should put this away. So that is all very organized, okay? Let me show you where the problem is. Hi, Mari. Did they come hunting you? Okay, so this is just one piece of, hold on. That was a kid arrival.
Huh?
You want to go unlock the door for Rylan?
All right.
But he's here. This is just one part of my problem. So all of my, like this kind of sticker, you know, like the ones that are on sheets like this, not necessarily these long ones, but these ones that are on sheets. And these are just the ones that I have currently like pulled out, you know. I've used them and then, you know, put them back in and they're not quite put away. This is my problem. So I have all of this and these are the bigger sets. Like I said, the little sets, they're not an issue because they're in, you know, but these big sheet ones like this that come on the sheets, these ones are a problem. I have them and they're like, they're in the drawer, but they're divided by like, these are all vintage. These are all travel. These are all book sets. So like if I have like the stickers that go to, and it's not just stickers, it's stickers and ephemera pieces. So if I have like, oh, that's pretty. So if I have, yeah, okay. Short attention span theater. Well, okay, you're excused. If it's for the baby, you know how I am. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me find a small set of these things. Because they're all going to come out of here anyway. So I'm just going to grab a handful. And I'll show you what my issue is. So this is what's in the drawer. I have been looking for these forever and been unable to find them. I just found them. I bought more because I couldn't find them. So this is like ephemera pieces that go to a set. This is the Blossom collection. And that's what these are. These are all basically sets. Oh, look at that. There's more. And more. I've been looking for these things for months. So this is a Bo Bunny set. This is fairy set. This is a Bo Bunny set. That's a little birdie set. This is a little birdie set. This is a little birdie set. And then there's these types of sticker packs, you know? And the thing is like that's an ephemera set. This is an ephemera set, sticker set, ephemera set, ephemera set, ephemera set. So they're all just like clumped in there. And I have them in a file drawer in 2 lines. So you'll have like all of one and all of the other. And it's just a mess. Hold on, I got to get my love and attention. My boy is here. Baby! Hi, honey. Oh, I missed you. Seen you since freaking Christmas, you jackass.
Sorry. The weekend after Christmas, we had stuff doing, and then
New Year's, and I know.
hi, ladies. Just hold up, babe.
Bye, Arlene. Be careful, honey. Hi, Gypsy. So we're going to organize all of this. And yes, I am going to be using a filing cabinet, but that doesn't mean you can't use a box to do the same process. Okay. So I have a bunch of these types of things, and these are called file jackets. And I picked these up at a thrift store. And they're not that expensive. You can actually get them from Walmart. You can order them. These are so old that they're coming apart, so I have to glue them back together. But this is one of the things that I'm going out to get today is some more of these. You can get them from Walmart. Amazon will deliver them. But they're like 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick. And what we're going to do with them is we're going to put, instead of having 2 lines, I'm going to have like one section. And we're going to put like all of our pad sets stickers in one place. Because these are all pad sets. This is K & Company from Brenda Walton. There's a pad that this goes with. This is K & Company Classic Metal Art. There's a pad that goes with. But I'm going to go through. I'm also going to get rid of things that I don't want. So I'm going to be destashing my stickers. But like this one, Lovely Day. There's a pad that this goes with. And I probably, if I have the ephemera, I have the freaking pad. Graphic 45. This one is Garden Goddess. I know I had, now remember, I lost a lot of my G45, guys, in the fire. But I think I still have this pad. I think this pad was in the house. This one is
Even with the glove on, they still know it's me.
G45. This one is from Schmel. It's Head in the Clouds. And it's like, you know, it's cute. Mermaids and stuff like that and dragons and stuff. And I have the pad for it. This is Farmhouse Kitchen. I have the pad for this. This is the fairy collection from Little Birdie. I have the pad. As a matter of fact, here's the journaling cards for it. So I want to go through and like, if I have the pad, like the G45 stuff, if I still have the pad and I still have the collection, I want to keep it. And if I don't have it or I can't use it, I want to get rid of it. I'm going to destash it. So I'm going to do, you know, one of those big grab bag things, but I need to get through all of this because I can't find what I'm looking for in the freaking cabinet.
001-6675.
Michelle said, hi, Buggy.
That's all.
He just got here, so you know where he is, right? He's in the kitchen. By the way, if you touch my roast beef, I will pinch you really hard. No, that's ham.
Okay.
You can read it. It says Black Forest ham on it.
Alrighty then.
My roast beef is in a deli bag. If you touch my roast beef,
I don't touch the stuff that's in the belly bag.
I will lock the dog outside and
All right,
torment
can
you.
we get that escalation on that?
I have to lock the dog outside and torment him, otherwise the dog protects him.
Right. We take you, baby.
Yeah, it's been a couple hours since we turned this into, so gotta ask for that.
But not your cheese, baby.
So I have to go pick up some more of these, and
No, Jordan, appreciate it. Thanks for the first level.
and I have to get all of the stickers out of that drawer and put them on a table so that we can go through them. So tomorrow, that's what we're going to do. We're going to destash a whole bunch of this. come here, please. Come here. This is my grandson, Buggy Marie. Marie is the Eastern Girl Crafty, and she's new.
Hi.
This is my grandson, Buggy, one of them.
I'm the hand.
He's the hand. And there he is, right on cue.
Yep.
Hi, Harry.
Hi, Peter.
How are you? Like these. I have extra sets of these. Why do I have extra sets of these? Because I lost my original sets. I may not need these. I'm going to check and make sure that I have, you know, if I have sets that I'm already in using and I don't need these, then why am I storing them? I can get new. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be doing a huge destash of my stickers and ephemera. And the Howie's here. So I'm going to put clothes on because right now I have on my Betty Boop pajama pants. And Sam's bra at the moment. I'm going to go get dressed and get my crap together because I got to go out and get some things because I have a couple of videos to record. I'm going to get all of that stuff taken care of. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the stickers. And I have to tell you, sometimes something like the stickers just blocks me up because I was looking for something and I couldn't find it. And I know it's in that drawer and it's a freaking mess and I can't find what I'm looking for. So I'm like stagnant. Hi, baby. Mommy getting kisses? Why am I getting kisses? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, wait, let me guess, because Buggy's here. You're trying to be really nice to me, so I don't make him come get you. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, Buggy plays mixed media with us and everything. So, Kitty. I still don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow night, guys. I will be here tonight. We're going to be working on a single signature journal. I'm going to get that drawer cleaned out tomorrow so that I can get out of this headspace and get myself back to working. And then I'm going to get all caught up on everything. Hey, you. What? Yeah, you're a sweet boy. Yes, you are. I'm only telling you this because eventually I'm going to have Buggy come get you. And he's going to love you. He's going to squeeze you and hug you and love you and call you Harry. So I'm going to go get dressed and get out and do the things that I got to do because I got to go pick up a few things. I have to go. I'm looking for craft supplies. I have to go to the Dollar Tree. I have to go to the Home Depot and the Harbor Freight because I need craft supplies. So be patient with me, guys. I will get it updated. But if you are looking for a copy of my schedule, you want to know what's going on, you can check out the YouTube channel or go down to the Facebook, get in the Facebook group. I do ask that if you join my Facebook group, answer the questions. Okay? Because the gatekeeper over there, Arlene, will not approve you if you don't answer those questions unless she absolutely knows who you are. So, hello. Can I help you? Don't claw my table. Give me that. You behave. You be a good kitty. Stop that. He's such a brat. But if you want to cyber stalk me, go down to the description below and click on more. You're gonna get my email address, my Facebook group, my Instagram, my Patreon, my Ko-Fi. You got your nail caught in there. Knock it off. I could put you in a bag and sell you as a raffle too. Like everybody can put in $5 who wants to be in the raffle. And then, I'll pull a ticket and, whoever wins gets the Harry.
And some fudge. They're going to need it.
And a big bottle of Excedrin for the migraine you cause. You bad kitty. I had all the tickets up here for the Projects of 26 challenge. And I had to go get the envelopes. And so please, God, don't let him get up on my desk. Y'all know what he's like. All right, so I am out of here. I got stuff to do, and I got to get it all done and be back here tonight for our live. So until I see you again, stay hydrated. I know it's cold and everything, and you think you're doing good, but you're not. Stay hydrated. Don't overdrink water. It's not really good for you. That was a fallacy that was made up by a watch company because they wanted you to drink water and use their pedometer watch. There's no minimum amount of water. You just need water until you're not thirsty. Okay? But hydrate.
You can overdose on water.
Yes, you can. Stay warm and stay well. I love you guys, and we will see you tonight. Yes, Harry? You going to see everybody tonight? Huh? Are you going to see everybody tonight? Say, no, I never see anybody. I'm not showing my face. I love you guys. Be careful. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.